Hello, good afternoon. It's Tuesday the 25th of August. I'm Amanda Fowler. Welcome to the Inspiring Inkin Facebook page. And I'm laughing because I've just messed the camera up completely and it was spinning around. So, welcome. If you're here, can you leave me a comment? Send me some hearts and I will check and see if I'm actually anywhere near where I need to be, because I could be anywhere. Right, let's see. Let's see if I am live. Oh yes, it looks like I am. It's Tuesday the 20th. Okay. Right, let's look for comments and all of that. Okay, yes, awesome. I'm in the right page. How are we today? How are we all? I've got a new wheelie stool and I'm not quite sure how this is going to work because I could fall off. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, right. Okay, so let's see who's here. My mum's here. Hi mum. Michelle's here, Anne's here, Maureen's here, Carol's here, Marion's here, Roz is here, Nicola's here, Trisha's here, Janet's here, Jen's here, Belinda's here, Debbie's here, Joanne's here, Karen's here, Becky's here. Woo! Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are all in the house. It's lovely, lovely to see you all. Lots of hellos to everybody. So, you know, I think we're like a little family, aren't we? A little community here on a Tuesday afternoon, and you see the same names and the same things each week. So that's really good. Karen is on day 7 of quarantine. She went visiting family in France and got to be quarantined, bless. And Maureen's here, and Jackie's here as well. Brilliant. So how are we all? What have you been up to since I saw you last Tuesday? I'll catch you up where I am. I've got a few things to talk to you about, and then we'll see what you've been up to as well. So let's start out with my week. My week last week was crazy busy. I've been helping a friend, and that's taken up a bit more time. So I've been kind of dashing around and not necessarily achieving everything I wanted to do on my to-do list. And if you read my blog post on Friday, I was saying that we all need to be a bit kinder to ourselves, and we all need to take a break, because you know we were talking about this, and the last time I had a full week off was Christmas. It's August, which is mad, absolutely bonkers. And I know lots of other people are exactly the same. I mean, people have been homeschooling, people have been furloughed and are working from home and trying to look after the kids or the grandkids, or, you know, all of this stuff that we've got going on, and we're just not taking any downtime. So I put capital letters and everything in my blog post, which basically said, you know, we need to be kind to ourselves and we need to be intentional and take some time off. So I am actually trying not to work at the weekends. It's kind of difficult though, isn't it? Because every day seems the same. How do you know which day is a weekend? Because they're all the same. It's crazy. So anyway, so I did take some time off at the weekend, which was fantastic. We did lots of things. We did visiting, we had people to visit, we chopped down some bushes and things, and my Facebook, oh yeah, we're okay. It froze photos on my iPad. Yeah, we've been cutting down some bushes that are overhanging, and we made a slow worm house. So that was kind of a highlight in my world. I don't know, I know we've got lots of international people here, and actually I don't know about the Brits, whether you know anything about slow worms. Slow worms are legless lizards. Try saying that 3 times quickly. But they are lizards with no legs. So they're not snakes, but they look like a snake. And they're so cute. And for years we had one that lived in the greenhouse. And then we moved the greenhouse and put some bricks in and stuff. And we were kind of concerned about where he was going to live. And obviously he's moved. And we found baby one at the weekend by the compost bins. So we've just, I'm saying it's a slow worm house. It's 4 bits of wood kind of stacked up, but it's got only a tiny gap so he can slither in, but the cats can't get him because you usually lose slow worms by cats because they pounce and get them. But the slow worms eat all kinds of bugs and slugs and things, so they're really good to have in the garden. So if you ever see one, don't think it's a snake, but check it's not a snake, but it probably is a slow worm. Okay, so that's quite a lot of things to tell you about. Oh, we bought a bed, we bought a mattress, we bought 2 mattresses and a bed. So for this room, very nearly I bought a mustard bed. It was that close, but I didn't. I will give you pictures when we're all done. So yeah, so that's kind of my week, my crazy week. And then this week coming, we've got a Stamping Up event going on. It's all online, but it's all on USA time. So that's going to be a bit weird. So I'm going to be sleeping in the afternoons and all sorts, I think, because it's going to be a bit mad. So there are so many messages, I've got to read them and share. So, Janet, welcome. Thanks for leaving me a message too. Oh, Becky's got a new puppy. Oh, so cute. She's left one of her kids in sole charge of the puppy at the moment, so she might have to disappear. Anne is saying this is why we need our crafting. Yes, Anne, it is. So, oh, Jack has been watching Animal Park. Ooh, is that like on Netflix or is that on normal telly? Where is Animal Park, and which Animal Park is it? Ooh, that's good. So Jackie is joining on the main computer. Sometimes iPads just kick you out for no reason, I think. That's not so good. Oh, Rosie said her friend put a steri strip on a slow worm that a cat had got. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, Ros says her slow worms live in the compost bin. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's where ours are. So we've actually got 3 compost bins in a row, and it's kind of round the back. Marion, yes, I did receive that box. I am going to be talking about it next Tuesday. Thank you, Joanne. She's loving the wallpaper. Oh, Karen used to catch them and keep them. I'm guessing you looked after them, but she's not seen one for years. Claire, sorry that she's late, but you're all good. Good afternoon, Kerry. Ah, okay. So Jackie's saying Animal Park is Longleat on the BBC. So that's really good. So yeah, Longleat. We used to go there quite a lot. We lived in Somerset for a long time, Brian and And yeah, we used to go to Longleat quite a lot. So what else do I have to tell you about? So in the world of Stamping Up, bonus codes. Stamping Up shared with us the other day that about 60% of the bonus codes that were issued in July have been redeemed. That means 40% of people haven't redeemed them yet. So if that is you, don't miss out. Place your orders and use your bonus codes. If putting the bonus codes into the boxes and stuff is all getting a bit technologically advanced, because you know sometimes things don't work as well as they should, don't struggle. Send me a message, give me a call, and I will help. Because sometimes technology doesn't do what we want it to do, does it? Next week, so you've got until the 31st of August. So that is, I'm trying to think, is that Monday? It's bank holiday, isn't it? Monday. Yeah, so make sure you get them in by then. So Tuesday, the 1st of September, we've got a new promotion starting for joining Stamping Up, and I would love you to join my team. And it's such a cool offer. So there, basically it's called Join and Go. That's probably wrong. I printed out the flyer for it and very helpfully left it downstairs. But basically, you join, so it's £99 or, hang on, I need to tell you in euros. For my European friends, let me just, okay, so it's £99 or €129. You pick £130 worth of products or €175 worth of products, and you also get 2 stamp sets and a pack of rhinestones and kits to make 16 cards. You can't choose the stamp sets. The stamp sets are already picked for you, and one of them is this one, which is so pretty. It's this one here, which is called Queen Anne's Lace. Hopefully you can see that. And so yeah, it's called Queen Anne's Lace, and basically the kits are like pre-packaged, and what they're designed for you to do is to set up a class. Now if you're kind of like me at the moment and sort of in-person classes are just not going to work, it's the sort of thing that either you could make the cards and send them to people to announce your new business, or you could send them out as a class in the post. That would work too. So basically Stamping Up is kind of giving a kind of a boost to a starter kit for you getting started with your business. So I would love to talk to you about that. When I put this on my blog tomorrow, I will put the details of the promotion there, and I'll also put the details of the promotion on Facebook as well, just so you know. But it doesn't start until the 1st of September. So if you join before then, obviously you'll just get the standard starter kit, which is an amazing deal all year round. £99, £130 worth of product. So yeah, that's very exciting. So what else did I have to say? Let's check the messages. Amanda's here. Hi. Janet's here from Missouri. Oh, they're getting the farm ready for their daughter's wedding in 2 weeks. Wow, that's amazing. And then she's moving to England. Marvellous. Whereabouts, Janet? Where is she moving to? Jackie, you're having problems with the sound, but it seems to have rectified itself. Has anyone else having problems with the sound? Hi Diana and hi Jan. Okay, so I'm going to have a slurp of my peppermint tea. Then I've got a bit of a challenge for you all. How many of you have got lots of cards that you've made in a box or on a shelf or somewhere? Because I know I have. I always have lots of cards. So I'm waiting to see if you answer. I think you will have. Meantime, Janet's saying her daughter's moving to around Manchester. That's where my daughter is actually, Janet. My daughter and my brother are in Manchester. Marion saying me. Anyone else? Anyone else got lots of cards? Well, I thought Claire has as well, and Becky has. You see, and Belinda has. Okay, so I thought I would set a little bit of a challenge, and let's get some happy post out there in the world. You've been making these cards, and they make you happy when you make them. So I'm challenging you to send some. And what I'm going to do is I am going to see how many we can send. Let's have a challenge. Oh my word, hang on. The comments are scrolling up here. Claire has, Becky has, Belinda has. Joanne doesn't. Okay, Joanne, well you need to put some time aside so you can make some cards. Trish has, Karen has, Kerry says maybe, and yes, Roz, Janet K. Okay, so let's send some. Okay, now I appreciate means getting some stamps. Let's get those cards out in the post. Let's all see if we can get some cards out next week. And it doesn't matter whether it's 1 card or 2 cards or 10 or 100 if you've got that many. But send some cards to people that you might not have seen for a while, or a family member, or maybe somebody that you saw yesterday. You know, there is something really, really special about getting a card in the post, and it doesn't matter what the reason is. The reason could be it's however many weeks till Christmas. Actually, I saw that on Facebook today. I don't know how, because it's the 25th today, isn't it? August, September, October, November, December. So it's 4 months till Christmas. You know, or happy half birthday. Doesn't need to be a reason. Just send out some love and say, I was thinking of you. And then next week, you can tell me how many cards you sent, because I would love to know. And maybe there might be a little reward somewhere in there, but we'll see. I will see how well you do. So Rosie has been sending 4 cards to 4, and I'm guessing they're 4 different recipients, Rosie. Every week since lockdown. And yes, Anne, I like that. Anne says some people may be surprised to find it's their birthday. Exactly. Happy it's not your birthday day. And that should be a new thing. I've always thought that everyone should have a half birthday anyway. Because, you know, I think that's important. My kids are either side of Christmas, so Kim's the very end of November and Connor's the beginning of February, so they're both about 5 weeks either side of Christmas. Very poor planning. So, you know, I think they should have half birthdays. I might instigate it. Oh, the same 4 recipients. Oh, that's really lovely, Rosie. Oh, Karen's suggesting sending Christmas cards early. You could do that, but then some people will think that they've got their own dates wrong. That might not be so good. Because, you know, the time is kind of, it's either on a really go slow, isn't it? Or it like whizzes past. I mean, how is it nearly the end of August? Although here in Hampshire and most of the UK, I think today, it's like a November day. It's blowing a hoolie, it's raining. Yeah, it's a real wintry, no, not wintry, it's not wintry, it's autumny day. Right, so Jackie's saying she's been sending cards to family members. Marion's saying, Alice in Wonderland, happy unbirthday to you. So yes, happy unbirthday. There we go. Just start a trend. They'll think that you're amazing. Jan sent about 30 cards since the beginning of lockdown. And Trish is saying her birthday's Christmas Eve. And she has a birthday in July instead with 3 of her friends, that's brilliant. Right, okay, well I do actually have some crafting to do today. But it's really gentle crafting. It's really, I decided when I was planning this last week, I decided that we were just going to have something nice and chilled and relaxed. Yeah. But before I show you that, I've got 3 cards to show you. I had 3 cards in the post, and I guess this is why I'm saying send your cards. Send them. Because they just make me smile. So this one was from Sarah. It's got a lovely die cut on it, but I love this whole black and white and yellow. Even though I nearly bought a mustard bed, I don't really use very much yellow. But I really like it with the black and white. It's really nice. Who was this one from? This is from Deborah. And this is the poppies, which is really, really lovely. I love this. It's kind of abstract and then a little die cut. And then this one, yeah, this one is from Sally. And this is actually another technique, and I will actually showcase this. That's kind of on my list of things to show you, but I am using embossing folders today, so that's really lovely as well. So it does make a difference. It really, really does. And you know, something popping through the post. So that's your mission this week, is to send some cards. So you can either report back on the Facebook Live next Tuesday, or you can message me or email me or whatever. So let me know. And like I said, if you send 1, that is awesome. If you send 10, that's awesome. If you send 100, you're going to have a sore arm, but that would be even more awesome. But, you know, depending on how many you've got, but just send some happy posts to somebody. So Gail is here as well. Right, so I am just going to put this, ooh, no, that's not working. I was going to share this in the Inspiring Inkin crafting corner, but it's not playing today. Okay, right, so let's turn the camera around and we will get the crafting going. So let me cover you over. Da, da, da. And oh, this is going to be entertaining because I'd obviously done something to my tripod. which is why it was swinging around earlier. And now it's all kind of wibbly, so I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Hang on. Let's see. Ooh, that's not good. Hang on. It's all falling out now. Right. Hold on a second. I'm going to put the camera down on the table and there we go. Put you back up on the table. Back into the thing. Right, we've got wires everywhere, I know. We'll deal with that in a minute. And my nail polish. That was the other thing I was going to talk to you about. I've had a... It's amazing what people notice. So, I haven't had any nail polish on for... any bright coloured nail polish on for a little while. And it's basically because my nails were beginning to break. And every year, I try and give my nails a bit of a break from having polish on them. And because I do lives and things much more often now, I obviously need to have nails that look kind of sensible when I'm shooting videos. So I'm actually using a sort of nail treatment, so Nail Envy and Nailtrition. So they're a little bit shiny, but they're not coloured. Just while I, you know, give my nails a bit of a rest. So yeah, so that's why I am au naturel, but I've smudged it. So, you know, one of those things. Okay. So Karen says she can't send cards because she's not allowed to leave the house. Okay, Karen, you're excused until you're out of quarantine. So, I wanted to show you, where are they? The embossing folders. Right, okay. And I will move my tea out of the way. So, I'm going to share a technique with you today using the embossing folders, and I just wanted to talk to you quickly about the embossing folders. These are the ones in the main catalogue, and we've got lots of different sorts, and the 3D ones, which to be fair, most of these now are 3D, give a much deeper impression than a standard embossing folder. So do be aware when you're purchasing them that you are going to need different sandwiches with your die cutting machine. Now, my new stamp and emboss machine is here, so I'm going to be using that today. But just be careful. If when you're winding the handle with these 3D embossing folders particularly, really make sure it's square when it goes into the machine, and that the machine isn't straining too much. If it's really resisting when you're winding it, chances are it's not supposed to be, it's too thick and it's going to break. Don't break your machine. Okay, so that is that. Martha, you are here, hooray! I was thinking about you. How's the house building going? Okay, so what am I going to do first? I'm going to do this one first. Okay, so I have got the subtle embossing folder. No, I'm not using that one actually. I am using the textured fabric embossing folder and the magnolia. So those are the embossing folders I'm going to use, but I just wanted to, the reason this subtle embossing folder is here is because I just wanted to remind you of something. Now, if you watched my video that went on YouTube on Friday, I did a complete run through of the machine, but I know that lots of people are going to be asking questions about the new machine and the sandwiches and what you're going to use it for. So when you're using 3D embossing folders, which these ones are, you're going to be using plate number 4, and that is specifically designed to go with those. If you have an old style 3D embossing folder, it will say Sizzix in the corner. Okay, so if you can look at it compared to that one, there's no Sizzix here. They've both got Stampin' Up on the front, but there's no Sizzix. So this is the new style, this is the old style. These ones are thicker, you'll be able to see. They are thicker, the old ones are thicker than the new ones. So when you are using the thicker ones, you're just going to use one plate, but the clear plate, okay? So just take your time, read all the information on the plates and in the instruction book, quick start guide, so you don't mess up, okay? Right, so I don't need that, or that, or that. Okay, so what I am going to do today is something called double embossing. And it is exactly what it says on the tin. So I'm going to take this embossing folder, and what you want to do is you want to take a small design embossing folder first. Okay, so this is, I want to say, Tasteful Textile. I better look it up at night. Let me tell you what the right one is. Yeah, Tasteful Textile. I was right. Hooray! Hi, Jenny. So you want to use the smallest design first. And this is a 3D folder, so it goes in always seam first. You are going to wind it through, and I did say on my video on Friday, this Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine has got sticky pads underneath and it's sturdy on the table, but because this is a slippy surface, it moves around. So don't think it'll move around on your desk, it won't. It's just this is where I film. So look at that. If you've not seen this embossing folder before, you need this one. So this is really beautiful because it gives you this really soft pattern. But I can't remember who was it. Somebody said it on one of the Facebook lives that it looks like kitchen roll. Looks like kitchen roll. It does. Okay, and we are going to, this is the double bit. We are now going to put it here. Let's have a look. I'm going to have more of that and less of that. Hang on. Ooh. There we go. So this is the double. So we're putting it on, and we are going to wind it through. Da-da-da. I told you this is gentle crafting today. And look at this. This is just so cool. I'm putting it up high, so hopefully the camera is going to zoom in and be able to show you. So you've got the texture underneath, but then that deep embossing of the magnolia. It's so cool, love it. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that down to one side for a minute and make this card. And look, it's so cool. So this is Blushing Bride, and I've got some Very Vanilla. What else have I got? Oh, this. So this is, I think it's called Faux Suede Trim, and it's in early espresso, and it's like puppy dog ears. So like, yeah, it is really soft puppy dog ears. Okay, I've got my fabulous Peaceful Moment stamp set because, you know, you need that. And where's my okay, so I have managed to come upstairs without my block. Ooh, okay. It'll be fine, we'll just wing it. So here we go. I'm just going to stamp the happy birthday, and this is the 2.5 inch circle punch. No, it's not, it's a 1.5. Yeah, it's 1.5, it's not 2.5. That'd be massive. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use my snail to put some ribbon on here. I'm not going to tie a bow or anything with this bit. I am just using this as an accent. Actually, I want it to be a bit lower than that. Let's try that again. Hi Fiona, and bye Jenny. Jenny's in Australia. It's nearly midnight there, so you can catch us up on the replay. I hope that the cat is okay at the vet's. So I am going to pop that on there. Close that ink pad up. After the disasters I was having the other day, cards falling on open ink pads. So let's pop that down. Pop that inside. I will stamp something on the inside later, but just for now I'm just going to pop that down. And then let's get my dimensionals out. And pop those down as well. Okay, so this is a super speedy card, but it's got so much texture. I just love it. So let's just lift that one up, and I'm just going to pop that just there so you can still see the two flowers. but all the texture, and you've got the birthday. Okay, right, so Jackie has asked if I've got any tips using Tombow. My glue always seems to run smooth. So the first thing is always store your Tombow upside down. So point down. And Brian made me this. I have this which stores my Tombow like that. But lots of my customers use a glass or an egg cup, anything, but always have your Tombow stored upside down. Make sure you put the lid on each time you use it. And Tombow is actually latex. It's a latex based glue, so it does get like little sticky bits on the end, so just pull those off, rub those off. And sometimes if you've left the top off for a while, it can actually clog, so you can use a pin to kind of get any sort of excess out. Whilst we're on the subject of Tombow, it does have two different ends. So you'll always only ever see me use this end, this fine tip. But this end, this is actually a big like wedge, and you can cover over large areas with the glue. Never ever take both ends off at the same time. And the reason that I say that is because I have done that long time ago, but when I squeezed it, it went down my arm. It made a horrible mess, so don't. But yeah, Jackie, my top tip is to always have it upside down. Hi Pat. Okay, so that's card number 1. I will just clean that stamp actually and put it away before we get started with the second card. Oh, and the other thing, Jackie, is really gentle pressure. Don't really squeeze it, because if you squeeze it really hard, it just comes out all of a rush. So yeah, so that's that one. That and that and that. Right. I'm trying to tidy as I go. We'll see how long that lasts. Okay, so card number 1. So card number 2, I'm going to use 2 different embossing folders this time. And this is Purple Posy, and the embossing folder, the first one I'm going to use is Scripty. Now again, this is an embossing folder. If you don't have this yet, you need this one. I use this if ever I'm looking at a card and thinking, oh, it needs something, then invariably I will get either the subtle embossing folder or this Tasteful Textures or Scripty, because the thing is they are subtle enough not to overwhelm the card, but they give the card texture, and I think that's really important with any card, that it has some kind of texture. So there you go. So that is how beautiful it is. Okay, right. So before I carry on with this card, so there's another couple of comments. Jackie thinks that she's probably squeezing too hard. Yeah, that could well be the thing. So yeah, that's good. Right, so Jen has bought the chamois and she wants a few hints and tips with it. So let me just get my catalogue out and show it to you, because showing it to you and showing you mine will explain things. I'm just trying to see where 163. Okay, so here you go. So Simply Chamois. Let me just check I'm in shot. It is on page 163. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, so it comes to you purple like this, and when it comes in a cellophane bag, and it'll be a little bit damp, and it's like similar to a car chamois in the sense that when it dries out it goes hard. And what you do is you just put water on it. So mine started out purple like this, and this is what it looks like now. Okay, so you can see sort of a bit of remnants of purple there. So what you do is you just run it under the tap and get it wet, and then just press out the moisture. Don't scrumple it up, just kind of squash some of the moisture out. And then just leave it on your desk and you just clean your stamps. So just like I did then, just put your stamps on there and it will just take the ink off them. When you've finished for the day, you can either go and rinse it out or just leave it, but leave it open so that it can just dry. Then when you come to use it again, just wet it again. Eventually it will get to a point that it is putting more ink back on the stamps than taking ink off the stamps. So at that point I would give it a wash. Now because I use these in classes, when I have them for classes, I actually wash them in the washing machine with like woolen silk liquid on a 30-degree wash. And so I just do that. I just throw them in on their own. But obviously when you've just got one at a time, I would just get your rubber gloves on, put it in a bowl with some warm water, maybe a little bit of soap powder of some description, and just give it a good old massage to get the colour out. Just keep changing the water until it runs clear. It will stain, particularly if you're using red stamps, dark blues and browns, or memento, or stays on, that kind of stuff. It will stain it, but it won't make any difference to it whatsoever. But the trick is, if you're not going to be using it for any length of time, let it dry out. Because you just don't want it to go mouldy where it's kind of damp. I keep mine in one of these cases, and these are here on page 163 as well. It's a standard case, so it's like a DVD size case. So if you've got any of those hanging around your house, then that's what I use. They come in a pack of 4 and they're £7.50. So yeah, so I love it, and the reason I love it is because there are no chemicals involved in it. So you're just using water, so you're not putting a spray on. Now we've got the Stampin' Mist and the Stampin' Scrub, which I also use, and I love those too, but I've pretty much moved over to using this all the time. They don't last forever. Eventually they will start to fall apart because it's obviously some kind of foam, and the scrubbing on them, eventually you'll need to replace them, but they're fab. I really love it. Okay, so does that answer your questions, Jen? Let me know and I'll carry on slurping my tea a second, and then I will carry on making that card. And can I just say, I love it when you're asking me questions like this. So I want you to have the best experience with your Stampin' Up! Products that you can have. Crafting should be fun, shouldn't be stressful. And it is stressful if you don't know how to do something or how to use something. So please do ask. And you can email me if you don't want to necessarily ask whilst I'm live. And sometimes I'll be able to answer there and then, like I have just done with Jen. Sometimes I'll have to do a special, make sure I've prepared something to be able to show you. Good. Okay, so Jackie's happy with that too, and Jen is too. Awesome. So where were we? We were here with this amazing scripty embossing folder, and then I'm going to use the embossing folder that I didn't even know that was in the catalogue. So for those of you that were here when I did my launch, how I missed this, I have no idea. Amazing, amazing dandelions. So just make sure that you're going the right way. So that's the side that I need. So that is going on there like that. And seam in first always. Make sure it's square. Da, da, da. Wind it through. Ba-dunk. All out of the way, and da, 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 da. Oh. This is so cool. I love it when you can do something so quickly, but it gives you such a lovely effect. So that is Purple Posy, and this is Misty Moonlight, which is just denim coloured, isn't it? It's beautiful. And I've got some white. Oh, look. I've got my zebras again. Ooh, more ribbon. More ribbon. So this is the Misty Moonlight ribbon. And I thought I might try and tie a bow live on camera. We will see. We will see. Thanks, Helen. She's saying that she loves the double embossing. Good. Claire's loving it too. Awesome. Right. So, let's see. I did it. Kind of. That's not too bad. Hang on. Let's see if we can do slightly better. Oh, actually, oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeah, I'm going to stick that down first. It'll just give me a bit more strength. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing? Right, so I am tying this bow upside down, and this is the way I always tie my bows, upside down, because it means that I can get the tails going the right way, she says. Because, you know, I'm not going to be able to do it now. Oh, yay. Okay, the ribbon scissors. Let's just fancy that up a little bit, and then Get my zany zebras out. My Misty Moonlight ink pad. Oh! So you were on night shift last night. So are you heading to bed or getting up? That's kind of all a bit strange. Sarah says that she's post night shift. Yeah, it's tricky. So I am just doing this. You do not need to do a fancy punch or fancy anything if you don't want to. But what I am going to do is mount this. Okay. So I'm just going to put it on a bit of Misty Moonlight card. And just leave a little gap. And then trim it with the scissors. I told you it was going to be gentle crafting today, didn't I? No measuring or any of those things. Just put the ink pad away. And dimensionals. Sarah's just getting up, so presumably because she was on night shift last night, but she said she didn't see that dandelion embossing folder either. See, this is the thing. It is amazing. And I love it when you find things that you didn't know were there. Right, so I'm just going to pop that happy birthday there. And then mount it on my card. Hi Anne, thank you for joining us today. Pop this one down. Fold that around. I just need to put that other layer on the inside. Ooh. Busily got some ink on my thumb. No, glue on my thumb even. Okay, so there you have it. There is my second card for today. Let's just, there we go. Okay. Take care, Helen. So there's the second card. So I will bring them both in so you can look at them together while we kind of finish up having our chat. Move that out of the way. I'll finish slurping my tea. Trying to clear the debris. It's got to be clear because I've got team training tonight, so I'm going to be clearing up and then live again with my team. So I hope that you have enjoyed this double embossing technique today. I have found it always works best if you have something, a small scale embossing folder first and then your bigger one. Some embossing folders you'll find it's just not going to work because some of them will have a flat area in them and it won't work. But play around with it and try this. Oh, Jackie's telling me that my Tombow lid was off. Thanks, Jackie. And saying her shopping list has grown. I'm so pleased that you are all liking this. Oh, that's awesome. so many thank yous. Okay, yeah, so when you're doing this at home, so obviously try it out with your embossing folders that you have, but make sure that the first one is a small scale, so like the textured textile, subtle, scripty, anything that's got like a small pattern, and then go with a bigger pattern for your second emboss, your double emboss. And yeah, so let me see anything that you've made. I would love to see that. Let me just catch up on all of the comments. Oh, thank you Michelle, thank you Nicola. I didn't see you guys sneaking in there. Thanks Marion. So yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. All of the products that you are watching or you've seen in today's video are available in my online store, so you will be able to, on the replay here on Facebook, there'll be links, clickable links. There's also links on my blog and on YouTube when it's there on Wednesday. I'm just reading the comments of all the people that have now got embossing folders going in their shopping baskets. It's so funny. Oh dear. Oh, so Val is saying that she thinks a magnolia card would be great for her sister's wedding. Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, dandelions are amazing. Right, well, you all take care, wherever you are in the world. Take care out there. The weather seems to be playing tricks on us again at the moment, but we can stay warm and safe inside with our crafting, can't we? So take care. Remember the challenge. Send some of those cards that you have got stacked up, and you can report back to me next week and let me know how many that you have sent. All right, you take care of yourselves, and I will see you next Tuesday right here for Craft and Chat, and I'll see you then. Take care. Bye bye.